Welcome back. 4th of July weekend. It is the highlight of summer. The long 4th of July weekend falling on a Monday this year. And as always, fireworks will fill the sky. Here to help us all enjoy this holiday at both state parks and beaches is George Gorman. He heads up the Long Island region for the New York State Parks and Recreation Department. And welcome to the show, George.
Thanks for having me, Richard.
Well, we have you in every holiday. Let's start with the fireworks. What can we expect?
Well, it's a phenomenal program. It starts at 9:30, and it's a half-hour program. It's produced by Garden State Fireworks, and it's synchronized to Walk FM and K98 on the radio. So it's a great program. There's all the usual oohs and ahs with the explosions, and it's right in the Atlantic Ocean in front of the Central Mall at Jones Beach. So really you'll see great from anywhere you are in the park.
Wow, half an hour long. That is long.
Yeah.
Any sense of how big this fireworks will be? I mean, probably they got some crazy numbers on it.
The attendance-wise, during the day we expect to see at least 100,000, and at night we'll see closer to 100,000. Last year we saw 150,000 for the fireworks itself, but daytime and nighttime we're going to have probably about 200,000.
Well, here you see it right here. This is from past fireworks shows, and you know, people will be all over. You can see it from many vantage points too. You don't necessarily have to take on the crowds.
Well, I don't want to say not to come to Jones Beach, because that's where people should come. That's the best viewing. But yes, we'll see parks in and around Jones Beach, South Nassau County. They'll fill up. We'll see people, city of Long Beach, they'll be able to see it a little bit, we think. Over in Tobay Beach, out in town of Babylon beaches, everybody really can see it because the height of the fireworks is pretty significant.
So always big crowds. I know you're expecting well over 100,000, right?
Yep. And we have, just so you know, we've increased our security in light of everything that's happening in this world today. We have expanded our security so that you'll be going through more checkpoints. There may be some delays, especially when the crowd all comes in at once late in the afternoon. But we'd ask everybody to be patient. And we've also changed our traffic and parking plan a little bit so that we hope to get people out earlier. There really isn't that much delays getting into the park and then getting set up, but we're not allowing shoulder-of-the-road parking. So when people leave, instead of waiting for 2 hours to leave the park, we're hoping to minimize that so that it's a reasonable wait.
Yeah, because it's usually been a couple hours. So if you're not letting people park on the side of the road, what, did they somehow block people getting out?
We will close down the entrances to the parkways. We do that for the Bethpage Air Show at Jones Beach, where we close the parkways and we alert people very early on not to come down.
Now, you couldn't have asked for better weather.
No, it's fantastic.
What a great forecast.
Correct, and that worries us a lot.
Why?
Obviously, we don't want, we don't want to disappoint people. So we will try to accommodate as many people as we can. We're going to park on the softball fields, which we've never done in the past because we don't want to get the softball players upset us at Jones Beach. So we came up with some plans that will increase parking down there. And that way we'll be able to address as best as we can anybody that wants to come and see the fireworks.
I get a lot of baseball, softball playing friends, so they'll be very happy to hear that. And of course there's this new menu there now. You got all these new food vendors with some exotic stuff, right?
Right. The Bethpage Air Show, we had no real lines at many of the locations. We have a new concessionaire, Centerplate, who really has been doing a fantastic job in providing great food service, diverse food.
Yeah, what can you get there now?
You get a lobster roll. You can never get that in the past.
Never get that, right?
So there's a lot.
And you would figure, being Long Island, you know, by the water.
That's right. There's a lot of seafood options now. There's healthy options. You can get all sorts of salads. So it really has changed dramatically.
Yeah, that's smart, giving people the healthy choice. What kind of shape are the beaches in? We're seeing people who are gathered there in the past.
Jones Beach is bigger than ever as far as length from the parking fields to the actual water. We have plenty of sand. Robert Moses is fine. That's usually an area that we're concerned with, the east side of Robert Moses.
Usually there's at least one field 5 usually.
Yep, exactly. Right. It's fine. We have no issues. We'll be able to accommodate everybody. The only park that during the winter got hit a couple of times was Gilgo Beach State Park. And that we have not been able to open up. It's a 4-wheel drive only park, so there are no parking fields there. That's the only one that we were not able to open up due to erosion.
Well, now, you know, everything there is to know about the fireworks show and the beaches, but, you know, there's a lot to do this summer. You've got parks galore on Long Island.
Right.
And I was just looking over your calendar of events, and I was really impressed with the diversity from what you could do with the kids. Give us a couple ideas about what's happening at the parks this year.
Well, trail users, we have midnight trail walks, which are really phenomenal. You have moonlight lit, you know, you go through trails. We have thousands of miles of trails.
That's at the Baird Cutting Arboretum, which is in Braid River, no?
Yep. And the magnificent arboretums, Bayard, but we also have planting fields on the North Shore, and they're having a summer festival in the middle of July this year. We've never had it before. So it's kind of a cool thing that we're going to draw people into the later afternoon, the cooler time of the weekend, so that people can come and enjoy that facility. The gardens are magnificent. We have historic sites that are really, if you want to get out of the beautiful weather and not go to a beach because you've been there a lot,
yes,
then you can go to Cole Hall, a mansion in Planting Fields. We have the Baird Cutting Mansion again, you mentioned in Oakdale on the South Shore.
Well, I saw some nature exhibits at the Connecticut State Park, which anything your kid might like, it's on that list there.
Yeah, they do all sorts of bat things, because Connecticut has a bunch of bats. I mean, they'll go through the habitat, what bats do and eat.
Then they watch as they run in terror. I want to see the bats until they see the bats.
Well, the kids will be explained, bats are actually very good, because you know what they eat?
Of course.
At Connecticut, we think they eat 1 billion of them, mosquitoes. So they keep the mosquito population down.
We're all worried about that.
All of that will be part of the education programs that we have.
So how do you find the times and dates for these events at the parks and the beaches?
It's very simple. They go on our website at nysparks.com. It's the simplest website, nysparks.com. They'll be able to see, if they want to go upstate, they'll be able to see what the upstate parks have to offer, state parks have to offer, in addition to Long Island State Parks. And we have some outstanding campgrounds as well on Long Island and throughout the state.
Let's get it started. July 4th weekend, and now you heard about it, the fireworks and much more. George Gorman with New York State Parks and Recreation. Happy 4th of July to you, George, and to your entire staff, and the help you give us throughout the year. And we'll be right back.